Welcome to Chop Talk.
Hey, I'm Spencer.
I'm Kyle, and let's get into it.
All right, well, wait, Kyle, first.
Okay.
We gotta start with, it's the icebreaker / also pun of the day. So in medieval times, what was their favorite time of the day?
I don't know.
It was the night's time. Hey! I just came up with that, so I'll probably will use it, but I don't care. But moving right along, speaking of night stuff, today we're talking about my experiences at DragonCon as well as Bohurt.
That's right. So this is our subject because Spencer, you went and competed this last weekend.
I did. Yeah, it's actually a weekend before it was DragonCon, which was my first DragonCon ever. For those of you guys nerds, not sure if you've ever heard of such a thing called DragonCon. It's only like the second biggest con in the world, or not, I don't say world, but we'll say United States for sure. And it's their 35th anniversary. So it has been around as long as I am old, which is pretty cool. And I'm also kind of disappointed that my parents didn't take me to DragonCon 1. But that's okay. But it was a great experience. We had 5 teams that competed. Knights of Wakanda. We had the Red Shirts. We had a team called the Average Joes. We had Kenyas, which is an offshoot of Detroit Fight Club, who fight under the banner of the Ukrainian team, I believe. So they're like kind of a franchise, but they have American flag. It's really cool. And Red Shirts, White Swim. Yeah, I think that's. And Team Tennessee.
Okay, and you fought with Knights of Wakanda, right?
I did. It was Knights of Wakanda's first debut.
Who's this team?
So Knights of Wakanda.
What are they about?
It's awesome. So it's an all people of color group, but we still do have awesome people that are not of people of color descent. Because I mean, just like Wakanda, you gotta have your white wolves, right? You gotta have Bucky. You gotta have people that represent. But as far as for any Bohurt team in the whole United States and the whole world, there's not a completely organized people of color group. So it's the first one ever. Okay. They're working on getting either LCC or LLC. or a fit, but we're still working on the roots there. But it was our first time actually working together, being on a team, and it was awesome.
That's fantastic. So who won the tournament?
The Knights of Wakanda won the tournament. I don't have my cup because it was Dragon's Cup. So it was, yes, we're nerds. You are right, Paul the Barbarian and Juniper. Thanks for tuning in. Paul the Barbarian's awesome steel fighter as well. But no, we're super nerds. And it was great because we were kind of underdogs. They're like, I mean, you guys don't fight together, right? So this is their first time ever.
It's your first time competing as a team. Like, so a lot of these dudes you've never fought with before.
No. I got a chance to meet Cyrus when I went to the fight in Warlords in Dallas. But we never fought on team. So it's just talking. Cyrus is our team captain. He did a great job. So shout out to Dallas Warlords for putting on awesome just training. Also helping Cyrus get to where he is. And he was just like, this is our plan. We're going to do this. And I hate to be that person. He was like, well, Spencer, you haven't fought like for like 3 or 2 years in an actual Bohurt, like organized one. I'm like, it's like riding a bike. Just tell me who you want to put down and who you want to like keep in the corner. And luckily, knock on wood, we were actually able to do it. So that was pretty fun.
That's awesome, man. So tell me a little bit about Bohurt. So my experience, I've done a few practices. I like it, but not everyone who follows our channel, knows the difference. So what league were you with? Like, what are some of the rules?
So this one was under H&B League. So it's Historical Medieval Battles. And it's Historical Medieval Battles USA. they're going under some changes, so some of the rules are changing and they're in flux. Actually, if you would pull up, actually put the Knights of Wakanda on there, Jason, if you would, so we can put a picture while we're talking about this.
See the team.
Yeah, see the team, and I can go through the team after that part, but I can go over some of the rules. So in melees, 3 points of contact to the ground, and you're down. You're down, you're out of the fight.
So 3 points, like your shield, your sword hand, anything other than both feet.
Yeah, then the knee, likewise. So if you're just like that part, shield that, you're down. And they're like, stay down, stay down. In this game, they're still not quite active marshaling, but people don't see things all the time. So they're making sure, like, if you throw a person on the ground and you have the 3 point contact, they're like bopping you on the head with their stick. They're like, hey, you're down too, you're down too.
So if you toss a guy and he's on the ground, you're using him to stay up, you're down too.
That's how it's supposed to go. There's sometimes where it's controlled, they still let it go. But if there's ones where you're like full over, they're like, no, you're down, you're down. Because of course, parts of the game, sometimes you trip somebody up and they're taking you with you. Feet are always on the ground. Like, yeah, well, Paul, you can't fly, man. You can't levitate. I thought you did.
Paul, the barbarian's feet.
I mean, he can levitate. I've seen this guy do some moves. So Paul definitely can, but it's true. So your feet are always on the ground. So that's why when you get to the other part, your knee or your elbow, you're like, bop, you're down.
Okay.
Because just like tactics, you take someone down to the ground, you're trying to take them with you. However, better form, if you can do a judo throw or any kind of throw and take them down without you going down, your team's in a better situation, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But there are many times where we're not going to show it this time today. We'll do more of a footage where we actually show how the fights all went during DragonCon, and we can actually have more highlights for you because I've been running around, we didn't have a chance to. But there's one part where I'm just looking around because once you get to 3-on-1, they're like, stop fight. It's feasibly, unless you're Jackie Chan, it's really hard to take 3 people down at one time.
That makes sense.
There's sometime I'd be looking, it was like 4-on-2. I'm like, I'm just gonna kamikaze and take this guy down because I'm tired. I'm being lazy. He has his back to me. I'm just like grab him, go to the ground.
So what moveset would you do when you're like, I'm going to take this guy down. Doesn't matter if I go out because that gets us a 3-1, the win. Like, does that change to where you're now doing like football tackles? Do you practice like a different movesets?
It depends. So like rule wise, everyone's here. We're all athletes. The sport isn't right now. We're not really getting paid. Sometimes you might get things paid for or paid to come to the fight. Depends on your teams or organization or what your kind of setup is. For the most part, we're still all doing this for fun. You're not trying to make someone go home on a stretcher. However, that being said, sometimes you are hitting people hard enough that you could knock somebody out. In this sport, you are swinging for the fences. The armor is supposed to keep you protected, but sometimes things happen. Now, however, from attacking from the side, they try to let's say admonish or discourage like joint tackles from the side because joints, of course, it's bad there. Most of the time, if someone's not paying attention to me behind, you're trying to like get them either you can put your weapon over them and pull them down, but you can't wrench up over the helmet to pull it down. So you can kind of
can like knock the helmet off.
Yep. Which actually we don't have this clip here, but when we do our highlights, one of my friends, did we put the picture up on Drag? I didn't see if we can see it. Yeah, do you see it?
Right now it's the champions picture.
Oh, okay. I can't see mine was. Let me see. Now I see it. Gotcha. So real quick, giving homage to people think we had Asher on the left, awesome guy. Because Knights of Wakanda actually only came, we had 4 people come this time, so we didn't have a full team as it is. Because a full team is 5. And you asked this time, there's mercenaries or mercs, like anybody want to fight with us? And they were so nice. Hey, Will. Thanks, bud. It was an awesome victory, team victory though. Then we have myself right there. We had our tabards. We have Celeste down. She has the pole arm / like halberd. We have Bryant, who's right behind her, and then we have Leonard, or he also goes by Travian. This was his first event ever. This dude is ripped as all hell. Just has a lot of just chutzpah and spirit, and just was just crushing.
What a good first event too. Like, all right, I'm gonna try this out. First event. Okay, it's DragonCon. There's all these people watching, and we're gonna win.
Yeah. No, he was amazing. He has so humble, so nice, but he was a beast. Then we have Cyrus on them with his awesome beard, which now, like, since we both have beards, I try to keep the goatee thing going because we have so many people that are like, are you Cyrus? I'm like, no, I'm not Cyrus. I'm Seto. I'm different, but it's all right. I'm not at all bitter that we almost look similar, kind of.
Wait, not. Is he better looking, though? Is that the real beef?
I'm not gonna talk like that. We're both good-looking guys.
All right.
Bro, try to promote infighting. But yeah, so that's the team there. And so myself, I was on the left side of the list. I had Celeste as my corner person on my right. So I'm gonna go try to tangle up the pole arm or put them down if I can.
What weapons did you have?
So
What
I
were
was
you
shielding
equipped with?
sword. I had this as my. This is like a falchion. I don't
Oh man,
remember
dude,
exactly
that's
the weight of
big
this
and
one.
choppy.
Oh yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
for other viewers here, we have let's see, basic. I have a standard katana. This one is a cutting one that you can use for tatami. Think about katana weight wise there, and then this is the falchion I'm using. The blade length, of
Bring
course,
that a
not
little
the
closer
same,
to the
but
camera.
thickness. I know it's kind of the weird angles, but this one's still about the thickness wise, but this one's way heavier than my katana. Some of the reasons that they make the pounding out look like fun, sure, a lot of fun. Yes, it did, Fox. Good to see you, Fox, as well. This one, they have it heavier, so there is mass requirements because you can't just come up there with a giant like sledgehammer or I have this sledgehammer that I'm not gonna hit people because mass will destroy somebody and it
Yeah, of
hurts.
course.
But this one's H&B certified. It's still heavy. I don't like getting hit with it. Cyrus actually has one. He's hit me with it. I'm like, ah. So the motivation there, you're like, okay, but the armor works. But so that was fine. Sword and shield. Like as you can see, Celeste had a pole arm. I actually prefer pole arms. Moving to the other picture, do we have the one that has the Bardiche blade where I'm standing there? Holding,
Do you think in the future?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I want to see the weapon. But in the future, are you going to move more towards using the pole arm or stick with the sword and shield?
It really depends on what we need. I think the sword and shield is nice. Sort of, even though the gauntlets we have, I use Gretters, which Gretter T Slow. Your gauntlets are the
in the
best.
world.
I think they're the best in the world. They're bomb proof. He also is an awesome cyclist, and I see him on the app Stavia, and I'll see him do a bike ride. And I'm like, I don't want to do a bike ride today, and I see his stuff, and I go do a bike ride. So, shout out to Gretter T Slow. Gretters are awesome. Please sponsor us. Anyway, we have this Bardiche head. I like it because Brad Shivey, I think Paul, I don't know if you're still there, Paul the Barbarian. I think he uses a polearm or a halberd. They're just artillery strikes, man. You get in there, you're just crushing people. They don't want to get hit in the back. They don't want to get things. They go down because they don't want to get hit. I was supposed to chase people down and make sure they didn't hit the other people. I can still do that with a pole arm, but I just used what I had at the moment. So I don't know, Kyle. It's a good question, but I just like how it looks like the Knights of the kind of went like a Thundercats. It's kind of interesting. Also, I'm wearing the shirt there. We have our first official sponsor, American Bohurt. Matt Aaron, thank you so much for sponsoring the Knights of Wakanda as well as the Wandering Sword Project. So we're trying to get some more of his merch out there, and it's really nice to just have somebody being like, "Hey, rep my stuff, and I'll help rep you," and also some other things. So it's really cool. So check them out. Paul didn't want to say it. Long sticks, big chunks of steel on them. Yep, that's a good call, Paul. That's a good call. That'll do it. Sure.
Yep, Juniper, we've got you. We'll get the close up.
Can you make it bigger when he's throwing the sword, sir? Sorry, we're gonna fix this. I have like kind of a fisheye angle lens. You can see there. Does that help, Jason? Okay.
There it is.
Excuse me.
I think that's what she's asking for.
Oh, excellent. So this one, like to the falchion wise, still kind of thin. Sometime I'll bring it to an event, Juniper, and you can actually feel how that feels so derogatory. You can hold the sword and see how heavy it is. Let's keep things PG, but it's cool. It's a really nice blade. It's really fun. This one I got from Cult of Athena. Also, Cult of Athena sponsor us. Sorry. That'd be great. They actually are in Elgin. Talking to them, but we'll see what happens. Say thank you anyway. No problem. Oh yeah, Paul has a lot of good videos. Please check him out. Looking different Bohurt weapons as well. Paul was also on Night Fights. Did a really cool thing when they did the history. Yeah. No, Paul's been back and forth. He wants to have us on his show, talk about some stuff, and I'm really glad he's tuned in.
That'd be great. Paul, what's your favorite weapon?
Yeah, I think stupid massive. I think he answered with like long. I like long sticks with big chunks of steel on them.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I respect that.
No, that's not the best Paul Barbarian voice. He's more like, I like long sticks with big chunks of steel on them. And Paul's like, stop, please use my voice. Anyway,
we're gonna put those side by side at some point. Axes.
Yes. Axes. They're awesome. The chop, it works. Yeah, so that was really fun. We really had a great team. They just kind of went our way because some days you win, some days you lose. I think still, which it helped prove it in this case, there were teams that fight together, not talking crap on anybody. If you stick to your regiments and you still try to do the best training you can do for yourself and have good helmet time, and then when it comes down to you have a good captain like Cyrus and a good captain like myself and a good team that listens, it can come together. Because, wait, what happened? Who said what? Oh, yeah, I don't know, maybe it's Scottish. I don't know. But it's really, really fun. We changed, we adapted, because as you know, with any kind of sports or anything, if you stick to a plan blindly and you don't adapt when things change. On our last fight with Team Red Shirts, there was a guy, I forget his name, I'm so sorry, but in the Bohurt League, to become knighted, you have to go overseas and fight overseas, and then at this point, you have to actually be dubbed and knighted by another knight. So it's kind of interesting someone has to be there, but he was knight too, so he had the white belt. I'm like, that guy's trouble. And I saw him during one of the other fights just throwing people down. And on the last fight for the finals, I'm like, I got him. Like, we're going to do stuff. I'm going to stick on him. Cyrus is like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I got him. And luckily, did it. So it was great. Later, we'll put up some more of our videos. I wish I found it more. I'm sorry, guys. Been running so busy. Went to go do some things at the fair.
So speaking of videos, Spencer, what can we show people?
Yeah, so today we have a fight with I think we have Brett's fight. I don't know if it's round 1 or 2 or 3. But one of the rounds we can just put it up there so people can see. Now this, as we're about to have happen, this is a pro fight. So the rules for a pro fight is basically steel MMA. When you take someone to the ground, there's different points, allotments. But when you take someone to the ground, you have 10 seconds to hit them, or the person can defend and try to get up. After the 10 seconds, they have you break and you get back up there. You're fighting most of the time 3 rounds of 2 minutes, and it's point scores. It's brutal. I love it. We still didn't post the one with Brett yet, but
are hits worth different amounts? Like if you hit the head, is that a different amount than if you hit up somebody's leg?
I honestly should be more well versed in that, and I don't know at this point there. The thing is also true. They're still changing some of the rules. I think headshots are still the most. Paul might know better than me, honestly. That part. I'm just a person starting to get into it, right? Like, I mean, even though I've been doing it for a while. I'll be honest, the rule set, I just got to there. I'm like, hey, what do I do? Like, hit them more than they hit me. And
don't stab, right? We come to where thrusting is totally okay. Not in this game. No thrusting.
No thrust. The armor will protect you. The things are there, but like you saw my slots for my wolf ribs, thrust could from a duelist sword go through. The falchion wouldn't go through, but a duelist sword totally would. So that's some kind of dare. Even like some of the Quillians, like the Quillian slot here. Or the cross guard, it's a possible danger. But knock on wood, things have been good so far. Yep, so this fight, we're just gonna watch this one. This is Brett. I don't know the other gentle. If you guys didn't follow before, Brett, he was the first pro fight that I did at all. He kicked my butt. It was awesome though. I'm happy though whenever I see him fight somebody else. He only took me down once. And I see other people take him down. He takes people down like 5-6 times a lot. So I'm like, yay, take victories where you can. We're hoping to have a rematch sometime next year. I still got to work my way up to the list. He's such a nice guy. He's like, hey, go fight this person and then go fight Brennan. And if you beat Brennan, then come back and fight me. And like, this is complete out of humbleness, not being ego. He's like, if you can beat Brennan, then you have a chance of beating me. So I look forward to it. All right, cue it. Is there any sound with this one? All right, can people hear sound? So this is after a takedown, as you can see. He's going to Pound Town, taking him down from there. The guy's getting up, and then
racking the points up.
So heavy. I mean, it's not. It is heavy, honestly. So you're fighting it, staying up. Then when you fall to the ground, you're taken out of there. The person's beating on you. You're trying to block shots. There is so much going on. It's not just like in an MMA fight where you have to shrimp out, where you can actually guard. It's different. So then they go back to the fight. Sure. Also, Brett is the one with the blue, we'll call it coif. I don't think what the guard around the helmet. So he's on the left, blue and the green. And the other gentle has the more rounder, I don't know if you want to say it has like a Viking ship on it. His looks more, I don't want to say it's Mongolian. I'm not sure what kid it is. But Brett's the one in the blue. Oh, so could you turn the sound down just a little bit? It says the sound is up and okay, cool. Awesome. Sorry, viewers, I can't hear it wise, but we have our sound ninja on YouTube and also. So then you get into the clinch. So when people look at the clinches, I think this is honestly the third fight, so we're getting them at the tiredest too. You're working, you're feeling. So the person, I mean, Paul knows, a lot of other fighters know, Fox, Will. There's so much stuff going on there.
Yep, you're flowing, you're moving, you're grappling. It's just like Muay Thai as well. Like you're trying to get hooks, you're trying to get advantage, you're trying to get them just slightly off so you can hit them.
That ended that round wise, so it was only a little bit of fighting wise. I think this one's the end, the way you kind of look at body posture. We're looking at some of the crowd there. So this was at DragonCon. We were in the grand ballroom in the Sheraton. And I don't think it did quite justice. You see, it was full, absolutely full. I've never felt like, and then here I'm crawling around trying to actually this part where I'm just waiting to see the thing. So I'm not actually paying attention to what's going on. They're about to give the announcer, and I believe Brett wins this one. Yeah. So that was the end of that fight. So just going to, do we have another one uploaded? Is that the only one we have uploaded right now? Oh, we have another one uploaded. We're gonna get that up real quick. Oh yeah, so that's we're still in the middle. Sorry, they're in the middle of the fights. Oh, is this Brett? No, I don't think. Oh yeah, it is. So that was the one time he got Brett down. They both ended up going down. However, the other person was more in control, so it'd still be a takedown for him. But lucky for him, the time ended. It's really.
It didn't look like he got as many shots when he was down too.
Yeah,
which is a missed point opportunity.
And as you see, you're sucking wind. You're tired. People looking at this stuff. It's different for those of you doing boxing, MMA, or anything. It's so much different when you have a helmet on. Even a mouth guard. Some people are like, mouth guard's so uncomfortable. I'm like, try a mouth guard and a helmet. Or just a true helmet that you feel comfortable. Getting fans, really nice. All right, so you get back into it. Custom area, you touch swords, like part there. It's kind of like the whole boxing glove stuff. You don't have to. Some people are like, I'm just here to fight. But it's not bad. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. Shots obviously count for points too. A lot of ones you say get to the grabs. People want to get those throwdowns. I like to fight, which we'll have to get my fight up there next one sometime. I like to do more of a sword fight from the range, and I try to turn it into a boxing match, actually. Not because I'm scared of going to the grapple. I just like giving the grapple sometimes a show.
Well, I mean, your background of sword fighting, like our sport is all just the sword, just the attack. Yeah. So for SCA guys, that's where we're comfortable.
Yeah, because in my fight, Brett was doing kicks. It was really great. I was just gassed. But this one working, like once again, we hit the clinch. It looks like they're just hugging it out.
Rail.
You see the muscles into the shifting. He's trying to get there, and he's putting himself in a position where it's difficult to get footing when he reaches across. But the other person can't capitalize on it right away. So this one, they just like a fight, they say, hey, break it up, break it up, break it up. Nothing's really happening. Because you're trying to keep it entertaining.
Spencer, in the pro fights, they're allowed to still wrap their arm around the barrier, right?
Yeah, you can in this one. For now. They're actually starting to change a lot of the grab carriers. So when it's ending when it was just starting to get
so many. Oh man, look at that. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, that's fine. But that's more of a thought. Like those are the pro fights. That's something that's interesting. Really, we were just trying to get you guys a little bit to wet your whistle and say, like, if you want to see more of this content, we can start putting up some other views or other videos of it so we can show. Also, we'll put the fight with me and Brett. Okay, no worries. Let me see what else we have. On the fun side of things, we'll go back to a little bit more pro fight talk. If you want to put up one of the pictures of just like some of the con pictures, some of the things I saw.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's the second part is you didn't just like go to like a baseball game and there's like, you know, the sport and then that's it. This is at a con. Like what kind of costumes do people wear? Like, you know,
you name it, from the interesting cat girls to a guy in I think it's a vending machine. Is that a vending machine? Does anyone know?
That's an 80s cell phone.
What?
If I've ever seen one.
Phones were that big? Wow. I don't know. That's crazy.
That guy invested in stonks.
He did. Hope you're just having fun there. I think there's a Powerpuff Girls. Like it was interesting too, because with masks, people are trying to make what like kind of things you can do that coordinate.
People incorporate their masks into the costumes. Like, is there a giant increase in scorpions from Mortal Kombat or what?
There was a giant increase. William Rain, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I thought that was a vending machine. I swear. No, you're right. I'm not that young. DragonCon is super wild. Like, so that was my first one. I think there's one with, I don't know, go to the one, I think it's Warhammer. Kyle will be able to tell me. It's a little short.
Warhammer. Well, so will Fox. I see him in here like Warhammer. What?
It's a little like a 2-second video thing. I just took a video instead of the picture. It was in our. No problem, no problem. But I mean, I don't care. Growing up, Powerpuff Girls, I thought was always funny, and I saw these people like growing up, obviously in age, and they're just like, "Hey, we're just here." I'm like, "Hey, can I take your picture?" They just pop into pose. I'm like, you guys are so much fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So is this Warhammer? Is this what?
Oh, I'm looking at it.
I just took a little video. Some of the work that people do on these cosplays, and then once again, he's incorporating
lights
his
in their mask and everything.
Yeah, he's incorporating the
that's
mask.
so cool.
And these people just chilling. So it's like, I was tired. Like, this is the day after we won. I'm riding on cloud 9. I'm like, yay, we won DragonCon. This stuff. But I'm like, I should start taking pictures of people. And this guy's just talking. You can imagine he's talking to his buddy who was like, I think it was an Ultramarine, but I didn't get a chance to see both of them. So they're like, so yeah, I was there talking about, the Emperor. And I'm like, oh, can I take your pictures? And they're like, oh, okay, here you go. And then they go back to talking. It's pretty fun. Truly have no idea what that is, but it's really cool. I agree, Fox. I don't know.
I'm not sure what it is either. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like an Imperial Knight maybe, or just cool weird stuff. I don't know, but I like it. It's not a Space Marine though. It's not an Ultramarine.
No, that one's not. I know that much. Not that bad. I'll learn. So this is the fight that we already saw, or this is a new one. All right, we'll do this last one, then we'll talk about some other stuff there. But let's see what happens. Touch of swords. I think this is the very beginning. They look spry. And no matter where I went, the refs, so crazy, the refs have to get out of the way. I think they should wear some kind of armor. I know they don't want the people to accidentally attack them, but if you wear a helmet
I would rather
and yellow, I think that's what I would enforce. But
what's going to protect you more? A cloth that's color yellow or armor?
I mean, I don't know. Does the cloth have like plus one? Is it Warhammer? Is it future? I don't know. So obviously at the beginning they're doing a lot more.
They've still got their energy. They're fainting at each other. You can see them push back and forth.
This is me just going out to the crowd. I'm like, I can't believe how many people there are. This is awesome. Oh, they broke the little thing. Oh yeah, this is the good one. Oh, this is the first highlight. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. Working. Little chin music. There you go. And now, what? Wow! I know he made it look easy, guys, but that's not easy to do. I'll keep swinging.
Awesome.
With gear, Lizard Bay. It's true. Yep, keep swinging. That's why yellow and armor. But no, he put him down and just did the work.
Yep, racked up his points as soon as the guy's down. That's outstanding.
I don't think that's a Sudagara. I don't know. So Brett also does a lot of judo. He's an awesome judoka, which is amazing. Get back to the other side. Other guy's like, I want to do that to you too. That was cool. And the wood hit, trying to do that backward slash, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Come on! And you get this point.
And he's like, that didn't work how I wanted. Where do I go now?
Yeah, and you're tired. That's cool. That's that part. Yeah, it was really interesting. Like I said, Brett's probably one of the best in the nation right there. Yes, Juniper, definitely Ausch. Yeah, it was really, really cool. It really lit the fire in me to keep on doing more practice, because it's nothing like, you guys understand this. You go to an event, you're like, oh, there's people fighting. This is awesome. Now I want to train to fight more too, or I want to go watch. I want to go do some kicking. We went to actually this Ren Fair this weekend, which we'll show some more pictures, with this group called the Pizza Boys. They're like, hey, could you put some armor? They're a hip hop group. And we went to a Ren Fair, and they're just like doing stuff. Later, I'm at some parts. I'll put pictures later, and we'll also do a little bit.
We've got some content we're releasing about that in a bit.
There was one. I didn't know there was going to be Bohurt there, and I hear clash, clash, bang, bang, and I'm like, be right back. I gotta go find out who's doing what. And I went, and they're a really great group. It was actually the Cincinnati Barbarians. I think it's actually Paul the Barbarian's group. Not really. They're no relation, but it should be his group.
It's common last name.
Yeah, he's just like, from the Cincinnati Barbarians. Paul's a different brother. But it was really cool. Head and arm takedown wrestling days. Yeah, No, we'll have some stuff. The Wandering Sword will get a chance to make a team. We'll go. It'll be a little bit of Pikachu, I choose you. William Rain, go out there, fight somebody. Fox, go do it. It'll be great. It'll be a good time. So that's a little bit of Bohurt. If you guys have any other questions or also other interests, please let us know in the comments below and say like, I want more content, and we'll start doing some more highlights. We'll start doing some more
we
talks.
love suggestions.
Yeah.
We do like everything.
we still got a longsword fight that I did that was really fun with Austin Smithy. I got the fight that I fought with Brett where I did decent. So it means I'd have to be from Ohio. Yeah, no, exactly. Hey, those Ohio viewers, it's hard.
Even people from Ohio bash on Ohio.
Ohio or home is where the heart is, and sometimes your heart just happens to be in Ohio. So it's all right. It's all right. Let's see what we got. Do we have any nerd news or sword news for the day?
Dude, I can think of one big nerd sword thing that was just announced in a galaxy a long time ago, far, far away.
Oh yeah. Okay. For you nerds, I don't know. I've been traveling so much, I haven't had a chance to play video games that much. The PlayStation 5 is coming out with exclusive. They are remaking KOTOR, which is Knights of the Old Republic. Yes. It's an amazing RPG game that came out. Oh my goodness, it has to be almost 20 years now.
18, I want to say.
Yeah,
I'm counting.
Well, exactly. BioWare made it. It's a great thing, but it's been kind of dated. And now they're making it for the PlayStation 5. So why we talk about that now? We also like lightsabers. So I mean, I don't know why we talk about other sword stuff. So it's great.
Yeah, we like to talk about other popular sword things, and this is definitely one of them. And we've got some lightsaber stuff that Spencer and I have been playing around with. We're going to be adding down the road. And yeah, the KOTOR announcement just got me even more excited for it because it's one of the best video games I've ever played. So if they do it right, I'm going to have an awesome time.
It's going to be awesome because they're going to get all the money, and no matter what, they're still going to buy it. So I can't lie.
Dang it.
Yeah. There's just a lot of cool big things coming on. Actually, next weekend I'll be. Well, I think we're going to. What is it? Sword. What is it?
It's Armazair Academy.
Oh yeah, Armazair Academy or Sword Hogwarts, as I like to call it.
Sword Hogwarts is, and you guys, Spencer has called it Sword Hogwarts like exclusively to where I mess up when I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to Sword Hogwarts. Dang it, what's the word in my brain? It's like embedded in there now.
And Fox has it. KOTOR originally came out July 19th, 2003.
Oh man.
Whoa. I was still in high school.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so Sword Hogwarts is gonna be great. It's through the Chicago Swordplay Guild, who I train and teach Hammer for. And we actually, Kyle and I have both taught Hammer for them in our classes. We're going to Racine, Wisconsin. It's at the DeKoven, I don't know if they call it, it's not community center, but it's literally like a compound. It looks like kind of churches, stone buildings. It has barracks, and that's why I call it Sword Hogwarts.
Yeah, it's Spencer, in your defense, it really does look like Hogwarts for swords.
It does. And this is an off-year event. If you ever get a chance, check it out in the Chicago Swordplay Guild. See if you can get tickets sometime. This one's already closed. Next year, they're going to be doing their main event, which is WMAW, which is Western Martial Arts Workshop. I think it's spelled.
You got it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's amazing. They literally fly masters from Italy, from all over the globe. That's where I first met Damon Stith and how we got this whole rabbit hole of Hammer down. Met him in person. I was like, can I teach this? And of course, he's like, looks at me. He's like, of course you can. And here we are now.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be great. Like, we haven't done a lot of HEMA content, even though we love HEMA. So this is one that we can like deep dive a totally different sword sport. Yeah, it's going to be great.
There's all sorts are awesome. I don't care what it is. It's awesome.
Agreed.
This one, though, of course, can help you learn more historical parts, but it also gets you great networking. And I believe Devin Borman's going to be coming. Awesome Christian Cameron, who is also an author, an amazing historian, which we were originally planning on going to do. Oh, it was a reenactment of some big giant hoplite battle actually going.
Yeah, and it's still on the table as maybe happening, but we'll probably get some more info on that this weekend. That's one of the first things I want to ask him when I see him.
Because that was one I wanted to buy a whole hoplite kit just for this, and this would be that would actually be the first thing I actually just reenacted in, like not going to a place where you actually fight, do any kind of there. It would be fun to just reenact and wear your armor and walk down the beach and have all these things. So
You
Yumi,
could be a Scythian with me.
it'll be amazing. But it'll be fun. So we got a lot of things on the way. Going to Sword Hogwarts. We're gonna take some pictures and everything so you guys can see it. We also got some of the projects the weekend after that. I'm gonna be going to Colorado and doing a dual league for more Bohurt. So trying to get some fame and recognition. So I'll be going to Colorado. And sky's the limit. It's gonna be great.
Yep, we've got a cool couple of months ahead of us.
Thank you. Well, Kyle, you want to close this out?
Sure thing. So this has been Chop Talk with Kyle and Spencer. Make sure to give our channel a like and a subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at The Wandering Sword Project. Until next time, wander on and cut.
Check us out on Patreon. You can even sign up to get our Season 1 exclusive t-shirt. We are grateful for your contributions, and every bit helps us bring you more content. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, but most importantly, wander on. Check us out on Patreon. You can even sign up to get our Season 1 exclusive t-shirt. We are grateful for your contributions, and every bit helps us bring you more content. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, but most importantly, wander on.